I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000 on Xbox Live, and welcome to WrestleMania 35 predictions. Yes, indeed, it's that time again where WWE go to the MetLife Stadium and for WrestleMania 35. And these are the matches for the pay-per-view that is coming up. I've been waiting for this moment ever since Royal Rumble. And my God, it's finally here. It's this Sunday. And I can't wait to see WrestleMania 35 unfold. Now, usually there's like 2 or 3 matches on the kickoff show, but it seems that there's only 1 match on the kickoff show, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case. There might be some matches from the main show that will be dropped onto the kickoff show. But speaking of which, going from what there is on the WWE website, and the very first matchup is in front of me, and that is the kickoff show matchup where the Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy defends his title against Tony Nese. Now, if for you guys that have not seen my predictions before, the way I do my predictions are like as followed. The person who I think is going to win is the person that is booked to win by WWE, and which in this scenario I would think it's Buddy Murphy. Now, I've not seen any of 205 Live, so I don't know how Tony Nese got to this stage. I think it was because of a tournament that happened on 205 Live. And who do I want to see win at WrestleMania? As much as I hate to say this, but I want to see Tony Nese win his first ever Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania on the kickoff show. So this is a very big matchup for both of these men, because I do believe that this is the first WrestleMania for both of these guys when it comes to singles matches, at least. I'm not too sure if Buddy Murphy has been on WrestleMania before, and the same thing goes for Tony Nese. But yes, this is going to be a really interesting kickoff show. Under like the 3rd or 4th year in a row, we are starting things off on the kickoff show with the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Sadly, that's going to be the case, but you can't do much about that, as it's going to be an 8 to 9 hour show, so we got lots to work with here. I can't wait for this matchup, considering that the last few Cruiserweight Championship matches on the pay-per-view, even for a kickoff show, has been really, really good. And Buddy Murphy has won every single one of those. And, well, what can I say? It's gonna be awesome. So, yeah, I think that Buddy Murphy's going to retain, but I want Tony Nese. Can't wait to see what attires these two bring out on this grandest stage of them all. At MetLife Stadium. It's gonna be, well, really, really interesting to see the entrances as well, the attires, and just the matchup between these two. So with that being said, let's go on to the main card of WrestleMania. Go. And for the 2nd year in a row, we're gonna have the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal, where we've got the last year's winner in this card. I can see from here Naomi, who won it last year. We've got the former women's champion Asuka in there. We've got former women's champion Mickie James in there too, as well as former women's champion Carmella as well. We've got maybe some future women's champions in there, like Mandy Rose as well, and perhaps even Sonya Deville and Ruby Riott. So we got a lot of women on this front in this picture, but no doubt there'll be some legends in this battle royal as well as some I don't know how many are going to be taking part in this matchup. I'm guessing all three members of the Riot Squad, like as you can see, Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott, and Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose are all also in there. We got Dana Brooke, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Lana. We have a big field of women that could possibly take place in this battle royal, but from the ones I can see, if I had to choose who I think is going to win, I think it'll be Asuka. Who do I want to win? I want Mandy Rose to win. That is a very good pick for me, because later on in the night there's going to be a tag team match which involve another two of my favourite women in today's wrestling of WWE. So yeah, these are like all the mid-card women that are now going to be in this battle royal. So yeah, I think this is to be eliminated first. I say the first person to be eliminated first will be either Carmella or Lana, and the last person to get eliminated, I think, will be either Ruby Riott or maybe even Sonya Deville. So that is my predictions for this match. So as I said, I think it'll be Asuka, but I want Mandy Rose. That is my predictions for the Women's Battle Royal. But we'll move on to the next match, which is a similar field. And the next match is going from one Battle Royal to another, as we got a picture of one of the late great Andre the Giant, the first man to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So as it is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which has been won by multiple mid-card acts over the course of since WrestleMania 30, where Cesaro was the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. We also had Baron Corbin win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We've had Mojo Rawley win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We've had the Big Show, and we've also had last year's winner, which was Matt Hardy. Who could possibly win this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? There is no second guessing or anything, considering who's in it this year. That man is the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And yeah, he's gonna dominate the entire Battle Royal, eliminate people from left, right, and center, and win the entire thing. So yes, who do I think is gonna win? Braun Strowman. Who do I want to win? You know, I kind of don't want to see Braun Strowman win another Battle Royal, considering that he was the greatest Royal Rumble winner. But I would like to see someone else win it that isn't Braun Strowman. So, but that's not gonna happen. So yeah, who do I want to win? Anyone else but Braun Strowman. Who do I think is gonna win? Braun Strowman. So that's gonna be the next person to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, going from Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley, The Big Show, Cesaro, and Matt Hardy. And you will also know the sixth winner will be, of course, Braun Strowman. But hey, he's a giant, he's a monster. He deserves the title if he does win of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle winner. Whether it'll be on the kickoff show is another question. I personally think it will be, and the women's one will be on the main show. But we shall see, and we will find out, because I don't think they'll have both the Battle Royals happen on both the main show in like following up each other. I think that one of them will be on the main show and one of them will be on the kickoff show. Possibly having the women's one first and the men's one later. I don't, just because of the whole Braun Strowman and the people from the Tonight Show or whatever it is. They're I've forgotten their names. There's two funny little comedians that have been thrown into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. No doubt they'll probably just jump out the ring and say, nope, we don't want to be part of any of this. Will we see some returning names happen in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Who knows? But yeah, that's my predictions for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And we're going to move on to the next. And of course, we got the first of two Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship matches. As the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles are the only men's tag team titles that are going to be defended at WrestleMania. Now, I have no idea why the Revival are not defending their Raw Tag Team titles. Maybe they'll be in a kickoff show later to begin the kickoff show matchup and defend it against some random team. Maybe there'll be a ladder match for it, I don't know, but this is maybe the first WrestleMania where we haven't seen a ladder match for the tag team titles or any championship. So I am surprised that this Fatal 4-Way match is just a normal Fatal 4-Way match. The person that made this match was the host of WrestleMania, Alexa Bliss. So I'm a bit confused as of how she got the power to make these matches to begin with. I know she's the host of this WrestleMania, but all the other past hosts of WrestleMania haven't had the ability to make matches, so why is she so special? I mean, she's not even a general manager. In fact, the McMahons are in control of Raw and SmackDown. The authority, I should at least say, if you include Triple H. Which is so confusing. However, let's go away from that now and talk about the teams that are in this matchup. We have Nakamura Day, as I like to call him, which is Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. The Bar, Ricochet and Aleister Black, or I can't really think of a very clever name Ricochet and Black, and the Usos that are the champions going into this, that are defending their titles, who recently just retained their titles at Fastlane and won the titles at Elimination Chamber. I think it was Elimination Chamber. Yes, because the pay-per-view before that we had I can't remember. Anyway, then they really became it was at Fastlane that they became the champs by beating Shane McMahon and The Miz, and we'll get to Shane McMahon and The Miz a little bit later on. But who do I think is going to win here? I think that after considering the Bar didn't, I think they're going to go with Ricochet and Aleister Black, even though they have a tag team match for the NXT tag team titles, because apparently, I learned over the last couple of weeks that they won the Dusty Rhodes Classic while still being on NXT. So if they become double champs, then we'll still find out about that, as they're going into NXT TakeOver and they're going to be facing the tag team champions there. Who do I want to see win the tag team titles? I actually want the Usos to retain here, because it's I think it's their first WrestleMania as tag team champions. I think they went into this is their first WrestleMania as tag team champions, to what I can recall, because I don't actually remember them being the champions last year at WrestleMania. think that was a New Day. I can't remember who the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions were last year at WrestleMania. I know that the Raw Tag Team Champions were Sheamus and Cesaro. In fact, I got the WWE book, which actually the annual for that, which probably might show me. Let me go and look it up in the book. What are the tag team titles on the line? I think they were not. I'll skip ahead in a minute. 1 second. I'll take it, John Cena. This is all last year. Yes, Styles. Yes. This is all last year because this is the 2019 one. Rousey, Lesnar, Reigns. Charlotte. Yeah, no, they were not headlining WrestleMania. Remembering Bruno Sammartino, Hall of Fame. Lashley, Bryan, back. No, the SmackDown Live. Okay, so yes, I am 3, 2, 1. So yes, I was right. I was looking through that WrestleMania thing. I was just reading. No, the Usos were not on it at WrestleMania last year, and they certainly, I can't remember, weren't the champions at the time. I don't know. But the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles were not defended last year, so they will be defended this year, which makes sense. So, former champions, The Bar, are in this matchup. Maybe Nakamura Day, which is a combination of Rusev Day and Nakamura, and obviously Aleister Black and Ricochet. So yes, I think really that's why I want the Usos to win at WrestleMania this year, is because this is their first WrestleMania defending a tag team championship belt. Now here is a match which everyone is kind of dreading, but it was Angle's choice, and it's more of a good fitting match in my opinion. It is his Kurt Angle's farewell match at WrestleMania. So it is his last WrestleMania match, and now will this be just like a swerve match for a second opponent to come out and say, that was too easy for Kurt, or for Kurt to say, hey, I beat Baron Corbin, but I feel like that was too easy. I want a proper brand new opponent. I want a better opponent than Baron Corbin. I chose Baron Corbin, but he was too easy to beat, and I want a proper matchup to, defeat a much tougher opponent, because I don't want this to be my last match against Baron Corbin, someone I just beat in 2 minutes. I want a much more tougher opponent. I want someone that has ruthless aggression. So I want John Cena. So that will be a good way to have Kurt Angle's proper farewell matchup where he faces John Cena, but he also beats Baron Corbin in a quick succession. So with that being said, this Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin matchup, it will happen, but not the way that people think. I think it'll last a minute. Kurt Angle will win. Everyone's saying thank you Kurt, and either he gets the mic and he thanks the crowd, but he says, but hey, I feel like I've got something still left in me. I've got more left in me. I want to face one more opponent. Because what I just did just then, and I beat Baron Corbin in minutes, made him tap out. He's going to the back of the locker room knowing that he just lost to one of the best Olympic gold medalists of all time. And it's true, it's damn true, and all that type of stuff. Or Baron Corbin will beat Kurt Angle so bad that he can't stand again, and it actually goes into a 5-10 minute matchup, and we say goodbye to Kurt Angle forever until he goes to AEW and wrestles again. That's just what I think could possibly happen here. So here's my predictions for this matchup. Who do I think is going to win? Now, in the two different scenarios, it's very hard to call, but I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. Who do I want to win? Kurt Angle. But considering that this is his last match, and he's going to retire after this, I would actually think it would be better if Kurt lost compared to if he won. Because no one retires after a win. So I've never seen that happen before. And we had it with Shawn Michaels. We had it with what happened with Ric Flair. Although technically speaking, he wrestled again afterwards. But still, that's not the point. He hasn't come out of retirement yet to wrestle again in WWE. He's gotten beaten up by Batista, but that's a different story. We'll get to that. So yeah, Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Think Baron Corbin, but I want Kurt Angle to win. This one, it'll be, depending on whereabouts it is in the card, should be an interesting match. No more and the less. So we're going to go, with that being said, we're going to go to the next match. And the next match is for the Intercontinental Championship, as the almighty Bobby Lashley is going to be taking on the Demon King, Finn Balor. Now, there's a question that I asked myself when I was watching Monday Night Raw, when it was revealed that it will be the Demon King, Finn Balor, that will be taking on Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship. Will it be that the Demon King's Intercontinental Championship, or will it be the just like the time when he won the Universal Championship as Demon King Finn Balor, then the next night came out as Finn Balor with the Universal Championship? So I would like to think that when Finn Balor beats Bobby Lashley, I'm gonna say I have a feeling this is gonna be a very quick match, because the last time we saw the Demon King come out in a matchup, he beat his opponent in seconds, and that was it. I mean, we had we had AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, but I think there was one before that, one where he returned, and that match was over in like seconds. I think that was against Baron Corbin. Yeah, that was right. He came back and he faced Baron Corbin as the Demon King and beat the shit out of them in seconds. So, with that being said, I think that Finn Balor will win, and I want Finn Balor to win. I no doubt that the Man of the Hour will probably try and get involved somehow. The Rush might get involved. But we're going to see a two-time Intercontinental Champion in Finn Balor by the end of WrestleMania. So by the end of the night, Finn Balor will be the new Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion. So that is a very easy pick for me right there. The Demon King to win and to beat Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship. As I said, I think Finn Balor will win, and I want Finn Balor to win. And now it's time for SmackDown to shine, as their championship will be defended as the United States champion. Samoa Joe will defend his United States Championship against Rey Mysterio, who has won every title known to man when it comes to WWE, of course, except from the United States Championship. He has won the Cruiserweight Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship. I think he's a former tag team champion and an Intercontinental champion. And he's won a Royal Rumble. The only other things he hasn't done is won a Money in the Bank and also won the United States Championship. So if Rey Mysterio was to beat Samoa Joe, he will be officially join many other people becoming, as I like to call him, a Grand Slam champion. So that will make Rey Mysterio a Grand Slam champion at WrestleMania if he was to defeat Samoa Joe. Which I think, in my opinion, it's going to be the plan. So therefore, I'm going to tell you now, I think Rey Mysterio, and this may sound really odd, but I want Samoa Joe to win, because it's not been that long of a reign of being United States champion, in my opinion. So I want Samoa Joe to bring out the one banned move that has been banned for a bit, and just for one night, bring back the muscle buster and use it on the grandest stage of them all. And even if Rey Mysterio has to kick out of it, that's when you can make him go night-night with the clutch after that. So, with a 619 and a frog splash, I'm pretty sure that Samoa Joe might be out of it. But considering how easy it was for Samoa Joe to put Ali away on SmackDown Live this past week, I think it would be very easy for him to put Rey Mysterio away. But with that being said, I think it will be going to Rey, because he will then become that Grand Slam champion that everyone wants to see. But yeah, that's my predictions for this match. And that's not obviously that's not the only SmackDown match we're going to see, and it's not the only championship match we're going to see, as we're going to go on to the next match. And the next match is actually a very interesting matchup that didn't really have that much build to it, but I think the actual matchup should be a good one, considering these are two separate paths that made their way to WWE, as we have a former TNA guy that's made it big time in WWE, being like a 2 to 3, I think he's a 3-time WWE champion in AJ Styles. This is a 13-time world champion in Randy Orton, and the AJ Styles made his debut at the Royal Rumble, and he made his final after 14 to 15 years of not being in the WWE. He's finally in the WWE. He's done some really good accomplishments himself. I think he even was United States champion at one point, and he's got a lot still to prove and do in WWE. I think they're going to keep AJ Styles around long enough for him to have at least one Money in the Bank win, at least one Royal Rumble win, and multiple World Championships, as well as maybe becoming an Intercontinental champion as well. So I think that if AJ Styles was to stay around for 3 or 4 more years, they can get a couple of more accomplishments, about the same amount of accomplishments as Randy Orton. Think about the accomplishments that Randy Orton. In fact, these are my 2 favorite top guys going ahead at WrestleMania. At one point in time, Randy Orton, before AJ Styles came into WWE, and I didn't know that much about AJ Styles because I didn't watch his early days of Ring of Honor and all that, and TNA, I didn't really watch TNA that much, or WCW when he was in there, and I didn't really watch that much. I know that much about AJ Styles, but I knew of him. I knew that he was from TNA, and I knew that he was TNA's top guy. But I paid more attention to WWE than I did any of the other brands like ECW, WCW, and TNA, which was the mainstream. But I was more of, and I always will be, a WWE/WWF fan more than anything. So, of course, I know more about Randy Orton than I do AJ Styles. Apart from the accomplishments which I just named for AJ Styles in the WWE. Let's take a look at Randy Orton, and as I said, take a look at AJ Styles separately. Two phenomenal, no pun intended, athletes in the business. One was hand-fed everything, and the other earned everything he was given. I mean, we have a two-time Royal Rumble winner, Randy Orton. We have a former Money in the Bank winner in Randy Orton. He's a former Intercontinental champion, a former United States champion, a former tag team champion, as I said before, a 13-time world champion, third generation superstar. He's pretty much done it all. He's been in multiple stables like Evolution, Legacy. He's been in a tag team with his Evolution teammates, for example, and he's also been part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, rated RKO. So, yeah, he's pretty much done it all compared to AJ Styles, that's been a 3-time WWE champion, a former United States champion, and that's about it he's done so far. But could quite easily go on to be a successful champion in multiple WrestleManias himself. He's faced Shane McMahon at WrestleMania before. He's faced Shinsuke Nakamura. He faced Shinsuke Nakamura at last year's WrestleMania. So this match will be very interesting to say the least. And for me to say who do I think and who do I want to win this matchup, well, my favourite current WWE superstar is AJ Styles, and I'm not going to put that against my second favourite WWE superstar at the current time, and that is, well, Randy Orton. So who do I think is going to win? Randy Orton. Who do I want to win? AJ Styles. So there you go. That is my predictions for that match at WrestleMania, and it's gonna be interesting to say the least. And maybe we might see a calf crusher, a Styles Clash, an RKO, maybe even a punt kick or good old stumps, and not forgetting his little DDT he does from the middle rope. A good classic matchup with two different styles. No pun intended there. With that being said, we're going to RKO our way to the next match. And the next match is the second Fatal 4-Way match for a tag team championship, as this is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships will be defended at WrestleMania for the very first time. It's not the first time that they're being defended on pay-per-view, but it's the first time that the Women's Tag Team titles will be defended at WrestleMania, as the Boss and Hug Connection will be defending their titles against the Iconics, the Big Powerful Samoans, and of course the returning team of Natalya and Beth Phoenix, as I like to call them, the Phoenix of Hearts. Yes. But who do I think is going to win? I think we're going to get one more last title reign from Beth Phoenix. So therefore, I think that Beth Phoenix and Natalya will win this, considering that they may pay tribute to this to Natalya's Hall of Fame father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who is now in the Hall of Fame in 2019, this year, as part of the Hart Foundation. So it's possible they may win that. Who do I want to see win? Well, I want to see a very, very big, upset, iconic win, as I want the Iconics to win here at WrestleMania. Not only is it their first WrestleMania, I think, because maybe it's their second, because I don't know if they were in the Women's Battle Royal or not last year, but anyway, it's their first actual title match, in a sense, for tag teams on, so it's perfect for the Iconics to win here. It was a really fun title reign with the Boston Hug connection with Sasha Banks and Bayley, but I think something's going to go down to lead up to the split up of those two and bring back the Bayley versus Sasha at the end of tonight, of that matchup, because I reckon they will lose the tag team titles regardless and split up anyway. So yeah, I think it'll be Beth Phoenix and Natalya, but I want the Iconics. This matchup is going to be interesting to see, and to see what kind of outfits they're going to come up with. I think there's going to be very plain ones for the Super Samoans. I think some very, very bright, colourful attires for Sasha Banks and Bayley. Not some kind of black and pink attires coming from both. I reckon there's going to be like some Hart Foundation tributes coming from Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and I think that'll just be the one that I see here would be blue and gold, or blue and white, coming from the Iconics. So that is my predictions for this match. We're going to go on to the next one though, which is right now. And for this match is finally Roman Reigns stepping down from headlining WrestleMania. As this match I think will be like in between WrestleMania. I think it'll be like halfway through, as it's Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. It's just a normal singles matchup. No last man standing or anything like a big matchup, which will make sense for these two to destroy each other in. And then it's just Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. I mean, this is his first WrestleMania back after recovering from leukemia for Roman Reigns. So, and this is I think this is Drew McIntyre's first WrestleMania as a singles competitor, I believe, in a long time at least. I can't remember the last time Drew McIntyre was at WrestleMania as a singles competitor, at least. So I can't really know how this one's gonna go. It's gonna be very brawlish. It's like these two people are going to beat the shit out of each other. So with that being said, because of the reason that he's just come from back from the whole leukemia thing, I think Roman Reigns will win, but I want Drew McIntyre to win, just because I'd like to see Roman Reigns get beaten up. And I mean so bad that they allow him to bleed in this matchup. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that match is going to be very hard to watch at points. But yeah, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre is a good matchup. And hopefully it doesn't get ruined by Roman Reigns winning. But nowadays people are going to be cheering Roman Reigns more than they are going to be booing him, because he's back from remission. Congratulations, Roman, for surviving leukemia once again and being able to do what you do best. And I hope the future looks bright for Roman Reigns? Or will it be just staring out the bright lights at the end of the night when Drew McIntyre gives you a claymore to the fucking face? So maybe Roman Reigns will win, or will Drew McIntyre beat him up so bad that he is unable to get up? After all, he destroyed the Shield, but, Dean Ambrose might end up getting involved. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Is he coming? Is he going? We don't know about Dean Ambrose, but we do know that the 2/3 of the Shield will be staying after WrestleMania. Will it be Roman Reigns that's left standing at the end of this brawl, or will it be Drew McIntyre? We'll just have to find out, won't we? So, with that being said, we're gonna go on to the next match. Here comes the money! Here we go. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best in the world, Shane McMahon, and his opponent, The Miz, in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, this is going to be another one of those brutal matches that will probably end up being like, if it's anything like the Falls Count Anywhere match, where it was the 3-on-1 handicap match where Sanity got beaten the shit out of by The Miz, then it's going to be wonderful. Brilliant. But no doubt there's going to be some type of move where Shane McMahon fucking nearly kills himself to try and beat The Miz. I mean, I for one, I want to see a spot where Miz's dad attacks Shane from behind or something, helps out The Miz. He gives Miz like some brass knuckles, or something like, just to get some redemption. He gets in the ring and knocks out the Shane McMahon and celebrate with his son at the end of the old potato face, as Shane McMahon calls him, Mr. Miz. I think that this match is going to be really, really entertaining. It's going to put the E in WWE, and that E stands for Elias. Entertainment. But yes, Shane McMahon versus The Miz, Falls Count Anywhere. Recipe for, I wouldn't say, not disaster in the sense that this match is going to be a disaster. I mean that the two going at it will be like a fucking natural disaster, I would like to say. There will be bits of furniture flying everywhere, and, Miz will be beaten down by The Miz, and The Miz will want to beat up the smug looking face of Shane McMahon after what he did to him at Fastlane. So this match is going to be awesome, no pun intended, and I think The Miz will win, and I want The Miz to win. So, Shane may have a chance, but there's no chance in hell that he's going to win. It'll be another one of those death-defying stunts that he pulls coast to coast and miss, I don't know, something, or make a mistake, and Miz will pick up the victory. So, Falls Count Anywhere, gonna be awesome. It's gonna beat up Shane McMahon, and The Miz for the win all the way here, and that's awesome! So that being said, next match. And now, it's time to play the game, as we got a no-holds-barred matchup between two of the greatest of all time, which I never thought I would ever see again, but here we are, folks. WrestleMania 35. Batista versus Triple H. Another great matchup where anything can go. No holds barred. Sledgehammers, fucking chairs, steel steps, tables, God knows what else. Batista will finally get his hands on Triple H and get, oh, this is 101! And minus the spit coming from my mouth, Triple H will probably end up beating Batista here. However, there's been a little stipulation, as Triple H says, and I quote, if I don't win, then I have to retire. Basically, my career is over. So we've got 2 career-ending matches in one night. We've got Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin, where it's this Kurt Angle's farewell match. And we got Triple H's career that's on the line. I mean, he'll still be running the show as COO, but not as his contract of being a wrestler will be over. So, who do I think is going to win? Batista. Who do I want to win? Triple H. Do I think there's going to be blood, sweat and tears put through this matchup? Of course I do. I reckon gold Batista will be busted open during this matchup, and it'll be one of those long, grueling matches with a couple of rest tongues at the beginning, but will slowly pick up and will become really good top WrestleMania matchup. The entrances I'm looking forward to, because you're going to have the old spotlight on Batista, and Triple H is always using Motorhead as an entrance with some really cool motorcycles over the years. So no doubt there'll be some very good entrance from Triple H and Batista here. Not so much on the attires as such, but hopefully we will not see Blue Batista again. But maybe there might be a tribute to his own character that he plays, and Drax in like his attire somewhere. I don't know, maybe, you know. But differences between Batista and Drax, nobody has murdered his wife and daughter. So, you know, that's not the reason why he wants to get his hands on Triple H. But yeah, that is my predictions for this match. I think Batista and I want Triple H. Let's go on to the next one. Now, the MetLife Stadium and Seth Rollins and everyone that's there is gonna go to Suplex City and burn it down to the ground. As Seth Rollins will is the Royal Rumble winner. That's what the 2019 Men's Royal Rumble winner will take on the Beast, Brock Lesnar, for the Universal Championship. And if everything goes to plan, then Brock Lesnar will take Seth Rollins to Suplex City. Or if anything goes to plan, go to Seth Rollins, then, well, Suplex City will be burnt down to the ground, and there will be one curb stomp away from becoming the WWE Universal Champion. So, that being said, this is going to be a very short match. I think it'll be one of those matches where it starts off with Brock Lesnar dominating Seth Rollins, but then Seth Rollins will turn it around and either coming very close to winning the championship, but Brock Lesnar still wins, or he conquers and slays the Beast. So who do I think is going to win? Brock Lesnar. Who do I want to win? Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously. Everyone wants Seth Rollins to slay the Beast, including myself. So goddammit, burn down Suplex City, win the Universal Heavyweight Championship, and, well, Seth freaking Rollins, slay the Beast. And that's all I gotta say about that, is that I think Lesnar, but I want Rollins. So, with that being said, move on to the next 2 more matches, and they're gonna be next. Yeah, here we are at last for the last men's championship matchup of the evening. The second from last main event that will be that is on the card here on the website, and if it ends up being in the order that I which it came up, then that's going to be awesome to see, as we have 1/3 of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, who somehow managed to get his way to here, and we have seen gold from, because of us, the WWE Universe, and wanting Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania, making it Kofi Mania. And will Kofi Kingston become WWE Champion after 11 goddamn years? Let's fucking hope so, because I want Kofi Kingston to win, and so does everybody else, as he goes one-on-one against the current WWE Champion, the new Daniel Bryan. Fuck him and Eric Rowan. But Jesus, the tone has changed with Daniel Bryan ever since he won the WWE Championship, and by beating AJ Styles and all after giving him a low blow and surviving Brock Lesnar with a smirk on his face. I mean, oh god, it makes us want to hate him, but at the same time of having to cheer him on over these years, it's a bit of a relief to finally boo this man. With two great sets of movesets, and I'd actually like to see a one-on-one match with no shenanigans. There might be some shenanigans that may end up costing Kofi the matchup. Like, I don't want to see no fucking shenanigans that cost Kofi the matchup. I don't want New Day to be at ringside. And I want a one-on-one. No Eric Rowan at ringside, no New Day at ringside, both lots have been banned, one-on-one, and if at any time in the match, even when the referee is down, if any of the members from New Day, or of course Eric Rowan comes down during the matchup, or if anyone that matter comes down during the matchup, they get suspended. That's what I think to be a perfect matchup. The boyhood dream has come true for Kofi Kingston. So yeah, I think it'll be Daniel Bryan that wins the match, but I want Kofi Kingston, as I just said, and I want the whole entire just ironically go yes, 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 and Kofi rocks, Kofi rocks, Kofi rocks, Kofi rocks. If Kofi Kingston wins the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, the entire roof will be blown open again from MetLife Stadium. I'm telling you now, we will see some really good high-flying matchup, a good, perhaps 4-star, 5-star matchup from these two. I don't want no slow-paced action. I want to cut them to the chase. Kofi beating up Daniel Bryan hits the Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. New WWE Champion. Come on, Kofi, you can do this. And then lose it in like seconds to someone else the following night. But hey, he'll have his moment in the sun. Maybe get betrayed by the New Day afterwards. I don't know. On SmackDown Live, but celebrations will happen on SmackDown Live afterwards by Kofi Kingston. Don't want him doing take on or challenges shit with the. I don't want him doing any of that. I want him to be a champion for quite some time, and not a passed down paper champion. I don't want that anything of that. So yeah, there you go, folks. Once again, to recap, I think Daniel Bryan, but we all want Kofi Kingston. And that being said, go to the main event. Triple threat matchup next. Now, what started at SummerSlam with one snap in the brain from Becky and a right hand taking out the newly crowned SmackDown Live Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Now, to me, it's kind of, it makes this with the whole, Oscar winning at Teal's Money in the Bank, when that didn't necessarily have to happen. We could have had Charlotte just be the champion since SummerSlam, go on to WrestleMania, this triple threat match could have still happened, and it would have made more sense. But of course, Charlotte Glenn wouldn't have had a chance to be in the Women's Royal Rumble, so for that, the whole story to make sense. That's why Asuka was the paper champion, because after the Royal Rumble happened, and to loses the title, he regains the title anyway by defeating Asuka down the line. But this whole big triple threat matchup started at SummerSlam. Move fast forward all the way down to the Royal Rumble, where from the really disastrous heel turn turned back into a face turn when Becky Lynch won the Women's Royal Rumble this year, after trading places with Lana, because Lana had a bad leg, and she wins, replaces her. Finley says, "Go on, you can go into the Women's Royal Rumble," eliminating Charlotte for a Royal Rumble, and she becomes the number one contender to face either Asuka or Ronda Rousey. Becky Lynch chooses Ronda Rousey, but a couple of nights later on SmackDown or Raw, when she chose Ronda Rousey to face her, Vince McMahon comes out and says, "Nope, you're being replaced with Charlotte Flair." Charlotte Flair is now facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. Becky Lynch gets given a suspension, which will then end up ending after WrestleMania. She ends up getting that lifted by Stephanie McMahon, and ends up earning her chance to go into WrestleMania if she won a match. And she won that match, and she's now going to WrestleMania. It's now a triple threat match: Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. There's the Beat the Clock challenge, in which Becky Lynch wins that match. There's still 3 members of the Riot Squad getting involved with, being beaten the shit out by all 3. SmackDown comes along, and Charlotte Flair defeats Asuka in the first matchup a couple of weeks ago, and now we got her as the champion, and she's going into WrestleMania as the champion. And last Monday Night Raw, we had the April Fool's joke where Stephanie said that she's going to be part of it, but it was an April Fool's joke. But the real news is that it's winner takes all into this triple threat match, where Becky Lynch will face Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, where both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship will be on the line, in which I think, and I want, no, I actually scrap that. I think Charlotte Flair, but I want the man, Becky Lynch, to win. Yeah, everybody would have the little Daniel Bryan scene happen over again 5 years later from WrestleMania 30. It's the same scenario, kind of, apart from the fact that she didn't have to beat a member of Authority in the first matchup in order to get to this. Where we are at the end of the night, Becky Lynch, in my opinion, will be the Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champion, and she'll be celebrating with the fans as her music plays and we fade to black, and WrestleMania will end, showing the highlights of everything that happened. That is my opinions and my predictions and what I think is going to happen at WrestleMania 35. And of course, we will have, during this WrestleMania 35, the roll-up call for the Hall of Fame class of 2019. And just to remind you guys who are in the Hall of Fame this year, is Brutus the Barber Beefcake, D-Generation X, which consists of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, and X-Pac and Chyna. The Hart Foundation, which is Bret Hart and Jim Neonville Neidhart as a tag team. Harlem Heat, which is Booker T and Stevie Ray. we have Tori Wilson, we have the Hockey Talk Man, the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, baby. And finally, if I do recall, the Warrior Award goes to some woman that is backstage, Sue, I think. I can't remember her second name, but congratulations to all those. I don't know who will be headlining the Hall of Fame, but I can imagine it'll be D-Generation X. But that is a good reminder for the Hall of Famers this year that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. And that's my predictions. That is me done. It took me 1 hour and 7 minutes and 27 seconds, 28, 29, 30 seconds. Keep and counting. What do you think is going to happen at WrestleMania 35 this year? Tune in and find out. Watch it on the WWE Network. If you can watch it live, if you're going to watch it live at the actual event itself, whatever you're doing and when you're watching it WrestleMania, it's going to be huge. I'm going to definitely watch it maybe 2 or 3 days after it's actually been and gone, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing for work. Whether I'm going to be off on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. But all I know is I'm guaranteed a Wednesday day off. So I will watch it on Wednesday night, and I will do my reactions and my review for WrestleMania then. And with that being said, I am Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2010 on Xbox Live, and I'll see you at my WrestleMania 35 reactions and review. And until then, bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.